Welcome to the bold analysis. Today, I want to say clearly, William Ruto is targeting two people in ODM party, and probably that is the last stick on the divide and rule scheme to completely finish the project Kill ODM party. And that strategy is thriving on something that has been brought up by Luo politicians. Godfrey Osotsi and Edwin Sifuna have been earmarked to be poached by the state, disguised under some Lembe unity. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to explain that in details. And today, I'm going to explain for you why William Ruto has dispatched the state to try, has now mooted a long scheme to try and harvest those two leaders from the ODM party. Kindly subscribe to our channel, click the notification bell and like our videos, and thank you very much for supporting this podcast. There is this meeting that happened in a Kakamega hotel. It is a meeting of elders from 38 constituencies. Is it 38 or what? All elders from leaders from all our 38 constituencies of the great Luhya nation. Are there 38 constituencies in Luhya land? I'm not sure. Someone should tell me. That elders drawn from 38 constituencies. And these elders summoned two people, Godfrey Osotsi and Edwin Sifuna. That 38 Luhya leaders, elders drawn from 38 constituencies in Luhya land, only pointed at Sifuna and Godfrey Osotsi as the leaders to address their matters. Go with me to Godfrey Osotsi's page and you'll get this information. Today, I joined our respected elders under the Luhya Elders Forum, a body that brings together wisdom and leadership from all the 38 constituencies of our great Luhya nation. Together with our ODM party, Secretary General Honorable Edwin Sifuna, we honored the summon by the elders and briefed them on the current happenings within our party, which the region has heavily invested in. We clarified the issues they raised, addressed their concerns frankly, and assured them that ODM remains firmly on the right path. These consultations are not a formality. Today, the elders made it clear on what our community expects. I would want you to really get this part. A firm stand, and just hold on there, I'm going to explain that part. The leaders have been brought together that they wanted to address. You will understand that the two that have been picked, they hold very senior positions within the ODM party. Yes. And I want you to imagine what can happen to the party today. What will be the strength of the party if today Sifuna and Osotsi are to move out of ODM? What will likely happen? And I would want to play for you a soundbite from Bondo. When Osotsi talked about the party leadership, and when Odour spoke, Odour asked Osotsi, I'm already sitting in this position. And he was dismissing Osotsi on the party affairs. Something is cooking. You must also remember that Sifuna has come under attack, has been under attack from a cabal of the party, specifically from Luo Nation, who are eating, they're in that table, and they've always believed that Sifuna is pouring food that they should be eating, or Sifuna can stop them from eating. And since the by-elections, he took a backseat. You need to understand that. For quite some time, and in this podcast, I mentioned that what made Raila powerful, what made broad-based powerful, is that Raila never negotiated and said he was a Luo leader. Raila had Luo Western Nyanza. Now, when you have the voices of Sifuna there are MPs like Wanjala who once said, fukuza huyu Sifuna na Waluya wote tunatoka. Now, I want you to understand. Now, the next phase of this analysis, I want us to look at the things that Osotsi said they discussed. Then your work is going to be very easy. Match those things and the leader summoned, and the disconnect will tell you the real intention of that meeting. Allegedly, the elders had a firm stand on revival and protection of sugar industry, greater accountability and benefit sharing in the gold mining activities in Ikolomani and Vihiga County, where Shanta Gold intends to undertake mining, including the need to hold genuine public participation, serious attention to the concerns raised over the proposed nuclear project in Siaya, whose impact will inevitably touch our region. The meeting held at Sheiwe Guest House in Kakamega and chaired by Honorable Patrick Wangamati, Honorable Noah Ekesa, and Fredo Mido, and Peter Ludava was a powerful reminder of who we serve and why we must stay focused. Our people are watching, our elders are guiding, and our responsibility is clear: to champion the voice, the rights, and the future of the Luhya community with courage and consistency. Both these two senators, none of them comes from Ikolomani, from Kakamega. These factors are very weighty. And I believe the elders as well have cabinet secretaries, principal secretaries, head of parastatals, and even people in government who are close to President Ruto, that they would have taken the path to get them. Why do you think they went for Sifuna and Osotsi? This meeting, from my viewpoint, it was well organized, funded, planned, and executed under state watch. And part of bringing Sifunas and Osotsi is to consolidate probably the Luhya vote. Remember, the Senator Sifuna, people never see him as a Luhya leader. People see him as a national leader. And probably the his domestication on the Luhya front is a strategic move, probably to pull him off from this end. And I want to tell you that this meeting means that those two leaders are being targeted. Because if it is about even the sugar mills, I'm telling you, the speaker comes from Bungoma. Musalia Mudavadi, son of Mudamba, Vihiga. And even though things are not as you think, even Wetangula went back today, and in his body language, he sounded more humble. Yes, He sounded more humble than the way we used, than the way like the times he was campaigning. If you look at the seating arrangement, it's indeed true that Sifuna and Osotsi were on the target. Now, this is why I strongly believe the state is targeting to pluck Sifuna and Osotsi from the ODM access. Now, number one, I understand from this meeting, I'm reliably informed that they are propping up some Mulembe unity. Some Mulembe unity. And on this one, I want to say this. It is very important, looking at our orthodox, the way our politics is orthodox, it is very important for people to coalesce. Yes. Consolidation is part of political strategy. There's no problem with that. There is no problem with speaking a voice, because it's a very important one. And someone is propping this because the two leaders, they sound and look very strong pillars of one term within the ODM party. And I tend to believe that if it is not them, if you pluck them out of the ODM party, the strategies, if you pluck them out, you're going to remain with some lean team, some one-term lean team. And you've had people attacking Sifuna, state bloggers attacking Sifuna, saying that Sifuna ako huko kwa ODM anapinga na Sifuna-Osotsi wanapinga, lakini huko kwao Sifuna comes from Bungoma and the Osotsi come from Vihiga. Vihiga have a cabinet secretary which Musalia Mudavadi is supporting and Bungoma Wetangula supporting. So this could be the strategy to suppress the one-term battalion, the anti-Ruto force within the ODM party. It is no secret that the two leaders have not been in conformity with the politics of the moment. And I say this, it is not bad to negotiate. It is not bad to coalesce. But you must have a voice. The most important thing is the voice. I understand at the moment there is the running mate debate, two-tier, based on twofold. That running mate debate is on twofold. Is it a party candidate or region? This is what I mean. In the running mate, if the people that have been propped up, named Juju, Musalia, Kindiki, Wanga, is it, if it is ODM party to produce the running mate, then that Wanga is the only person who can take the box amongst the three. If it is the region, then both Wanga, Musalia, and Kindiki have to compete for it on which region to give. If it is Mount Kenya region, it will be Kindiki. If it is the Western region, it is. So someone is saying, this is tied to the unity agenda, and a very good political observers from Lembe Nation are saying this, that someone is preaching, is mooting some alleged unity, that if you unite, I'm going to give you the running mate to get it. As to whether that is it, is there. I think there is a plan also to suppress Mulembe voices, the dissenting voices from Mulembe, and there are so many. Yes, there are so many. There is Natembeya. But then Natembeya did not go to State House yesterday because hakuwa na security. So state ilimnyang'anya security. So Natembeya hakuwa na watu ambao wangeenda na yeye kwa State House. So ndio maana hakuenda jana. That is what his people are saying. There is, from Kakamega, there is Boni Khalwale, who has been de-whipped as the government chief whip in the Senate. You go to Vihiga, you have Osotsi. In Busia is where there is no vocal voice still coming out, except the activist, Okiya Mtata. But Okiya Mtata is also not politically aligning with any formation, any of these two mainstream formations. So this is part of it, just to make sure there's that. I strongly believe that the meeting was funded, well organized, and choreographed. Because how comes you want to talk about a Kolomani gold mine and no single leader is from Kakamega? Now, the two leaders, how are they going to address the Kolomani issue? Just tell us. Or sugar leasing, Menzoye sugar leasing. How is Osotsi and Sifuna going to address it? Even if they bring it up in Senate, they don't have the numbers to prop it up. All they can say is to raise it. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is my take, and I strongly believe that Ruto is looking for Sifuna and Osotsi. Thank you.